6 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. The Prime Minister has expressed the government's firm resolve to put the national economy on the path of growth after achieving macroeconomic stability. Shahbaz Sharif says provision of basic healthcare and educational facilities to every citizen is the foremost priority of the government. The Minister for Planning has pressed for implementation of quality assurance framework to improve standards of higher education in Pakistan. The Punjab Chief Minister distributed scholarship cheques under the Honor Har program among deserving students of the University of Sargodha today. The All Parties Hurriyat Conference has urged for peaceful resolution of the Kashmir dispute under the United Nations supervised plebiscite. 51 more Palestinians have been martyred in Israeli attacks in Gaza. And now the news in detail. The Prime Minister Mohammad Shahbaz Sharif has expressed the government's resolve to put the country on the path of economic growth after achieving macroeconomic stability. Addressing a ceremony at the Pakistan Stock Exchange in Karachi today, he said the 5-year Udan Pakistan initiative is aimed at making the country economically strong. He sought proposals from all the stakeholders to implement an export-led growth agenda and exploit the full potential of natural resources. The Prime Minister assured the privatization process will be taken forward in an entirely transparent manner. He underlined the importance of role of the investors in the progress of the country and expressed the desire to meet the top businessmen in the days to come to discuss problems of the business community to put the economy on the right path. The Prime Minister expressed the hope that by implementing collective policies for growth-led economy in the country, we would not rely on or seek IMF assistance. He also rang the gong bell and distributed shields to the best performing companies and officials of the Pakistan Stock Exchange. Earlier addressing the ceremony, the Deputy Prime Minister and the Foreign Minister Muhammad Ishaq Dar appreciated the performance of the Pakistan Stock Exchange. He expressed the hope that under the leadership of the Prime Minister Mohammad Shahbaz Sharif, the country will continue to move towards economic growth. Addressing the ceremony, the Finance Minister Mohammad Aurangzeb said reforms are being implemented in the government entities and expenditures are being reduced. He said reforms in the energy sector will help in bringing sustainable growth in macroeconomic sector. The Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif has said provision of basic health and educational facilities to every citizen of Pakistan is the foremost priority of the government. He was addressing the launching ceremony of the Aga Khan University Manual of Clinical Practice Guidelines as the chief guest in Karachi today. The Prime Minister said during his tenure as the Chief Minister of the Punjab, he established institutions of international standard like the Pakistan Kidney and Liver Institute and burn centers for the treatment of deadly diseases. He said numerous valuable institutions like the Sindh Institute of Urology and Transplantation are also serving the public in Sindh. Shahbaz Sharif said soon after taking oath of the office of the Prime Minister, he had promised the people that he would not rest until every Pakistani has access to quality education and health facilities. He said by the grace of Allah the Almighty, his government is rapidly moving towards fulfilling the promise with each passing day. Acknowledging the invaluable services of the Aga Khan Foundation for Public Welfare, the Prime Minister said guidelines manual written by the Aga Khan University in the context of Pakistan is a bright chapter in the reforms of Pakistan's health sector. Shahbaz Sharif said the Aga Khan Foundation is providing consultancy services free of cost for the construction of Jinnah Medical Complex in Islamabad, which is commendable. The Minister for Planning and Development, Ahsan Iqbal, has stressed the need for effective implementation of quality assurance framework developed in collaboration with the Higher Education Commission and the British Council to improve the standards of higher education in Pakistan. He expressed these views during a meeting with Pakistani-American professor Mudassar Wain, who called on him in Islamabad today. Ehsan Iqbal appreciated the contribution of Pakistani experts residing abroad to national development under the Udan Pakistan program. He proposed forming a Premier League group comprising top 10 universities to transform Pakistani universities in line with global standards. Professor Mudassar Wain, a quality assurance expert in California who holds a PhD in computer science, highlighted the principles of quality assurance recognized by the American Board of Engineering and Technology. This is Radio Pakistan giving you the news. The Minister for Commerce, Jam Kamal Khan, is in South Korea to boost economic relations and fostering trade and investment opportunities between the two countries. During the visit, Jam Kamal Khan will sign Pakistan-Korea Economic Partnership Agreement, a landmark development expected to double the trade volume between the two countries. The agreement also aims at positioning Pakistan as a competitive destination for Korean manufacturing operations, leveraging the nation's strategic location and lower production costs. The minister is also scheduled to hold meetings with the Korean Trade Minister, leading Korean investors and representatives from K-Exim Bank to discuss the expansion of financial cooperation. The Punjab Chief Minister Maryam Nawaz distributed cheques of financial assistance under the Honahar program among deserving students of the University of Sargodha in Sargodha today. Speaking on the occasion, she reiterated her government's commitment to enhancing educational opportunities for the youth of the Punjab. She announced a significant increase in the Honahar scholarship programs, funding up to 100 billion rupees, aiming to support professional growth of talented youth. She said the Honahar Scholarship Program is one of Pakistan's largest scholarship initiatives, offering annual scholarships to the students across various disciplines. The Chief Minister highlighted several key initiatives like expansion of scholarships, interest-free loans, and e-bike for the students. In the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, the All Parties Hurriyat Conference has urged for peaceful resolution of the Kashmir dispute under the United Nations supervised plebiscite. At a meeting held in Srinagar, the APHC leaders reiterated that the people of Jammu and Kashmir seek a peaceful resolution by exercising their inalienable right to self-determination through a free and impartial plebiscite. They stressed that Kashmiris have been rendering sacrifices for the purpose for over 7 decades. The All Parties Hurriyat Conference leaders condemned the Indian government's conspiracies to weaken the morale of the Kashmiris through false narratives and propaganda. 51 more Palestinians, including children and women, have been martyred in the Israeli attacks on Al-Mawasi humanitarian safe zone in Gaza. Gaza's Ministry of Health said Israel's brutal aggression in Gaza has martyred over 46,000 Palestinians since October 2023. The United Nations humanitarians and their partners have distributed food assistance to nearly 3 million people in Syria since late November. In a statement, the United Nations Office for Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs has said they continue deliveries only as far as security and logistical conditions permit. The first commercial flight from Doha, Qatar landed at the Damascus International Airport after 13 years. The resumption of the route, which was suspended due to strained relations under Syria's previous leadership, came just weeks after the regime in Damascus was toppled in December. And finally, the weather report. Mainly cold and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country, while very cold conditions are likely in hilly areas during morning and night hours during the next 12 hours. Meanwhile, gusty winds are expected in most parts of the country in the afternoon. Moderate to dense fog in patches is likely to persist in northeastern Punjab during morning hours. Frost is likely to occur at a few places in Kashmir, Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Pothohar region and Upper Punjab. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.